I would not be the same. You left me broken all alone, and now you will not pick up your phone. Did you think that would get me feeling down? No, that made me drive all around that old small town. Did you think I would drown in your pain? Hell to the no, let me explain. I drove up to that old dive bar on the corner of a new tomorrow. I thought I was going in to drink away my sorrows. Instead I danced the night away. Boom bopping, bar hopping, body rocking, foot stomping all night long. As you drove on by that old glowing neon sign, you see me walking in with someone new. You thought you left me broken and alone, waiting for me to pick up that damn phone. Did you think I would move on? It was a new day, you left for me tomorrow. Hell to the no, let me explain. I drove up to that old dive bar on the corner of a new tomorrow. I thought I was going in to drink away my sorrows. Instead I danced the night away. Boom bopping, bar hopping, body rocking, foot stomping all night long. Instead I danced the night away. Boom bopping, bar hopping, body rocking, foot stomping all night long. Hell to the no, let me explain. I drove up to that old dive bar on the corner of a new tomorrow. I thought I was going in to drink away my sorrows. Instead I danced the night away. Boom bopping, bar hopping, body rocking, foot stomping all night long. Instead I danced the night away. Boom bopping, bar hopping, body rocking, foot stomping all night long.
Personal EPIRB locator. So if you're in an emergency out on the water, you can simply press this button and the Coast Guard can find you right away.
And if we remember that horrible tragedy we had with
Yes.
the football players, if they had had that,
If they had had this, they would absolutely have been found in time.
okay, that's something everybody should get.
For sure. Next we have, by Liquid Image, this is a underwater dive mask
Get out.
that does both video
I'm showing
and
you
still
this.
pictures.
This is what we
High
do.
definition. You see everything right through the lens. It
You
provides
let me
a
go
blue light if you're shooting in
pause it.
video mode, a green light if
My family is in Marines and has been for like a year. Because my family doesn't fucking believe me about my childhood. Could you imagine your husband? Hold on. Wait a second, let me shut this fan off. I want to make sure you guys can hear me loud and clear tonight because we are going to go through every human in my fucking life. Okay? I was born 1977, McGee Women's Hospital in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. When I was being born, my father was in a really bad fucking accident with PennDOT here in Pittsburgh. My father sued PennDOT and got pretty close to $1 million. With that $1 million, my father moved me, my mother, and my baby sister down to Miami because it took a few years for him to get the money from the lawsuit, right? We moved down to Miami in his friend's home, Guy Schutzius. Let me show you who Guy is. We're going to do this again.
team.
Yeah,
Morning,
hi.
team.
Who am I speaking with?
Guy Schutzius.
Oh, Guy, this is Crystal. Why are you answering my father's business?
Excuse me?
This is Crystal, Marty's daughter. I called the number that is listed on his business, SGD Building Contractors Inc., and it comes directly to you. Why are you answering his phone number?
Because he had a business set up with me, Donnie Ryland, and him to go down when the hurricanes happened. Unfortunately, I didn't want to be in business with your dad because I was many times and it never worked out. So why he got your number, my number attached to that still is because he just never follows through with anything.
Okay, well, I would like my dad's stocks, and I'm going to the U.S. Marshals today. Have a good day. Bye.
His what?
Here's where we're going to go to this. Okay? We move into that man's home. Hold on. Let me pull up maps. Because I'm about done with this shit. It's causing hell in my house. I don't care if I look like a fucking idiot out here on YouTube. I know my life. I don't know why that came up. My thumbnail is of this house. Hold on. You see this house? If you look next to it where the black car is and the big palm tree, there were some people there that were Colombian. They went by the names Felix and Maria. However, I remember the name Carmen being mentioned in circles when I was a kid. My parents went into business with them. They sold flan at boat shows. Now, if you research back in the 80s, you will find out that these Miami International Cigarette Boat shows, hold on, we're going to go 1984. Actually, no, we're going to go to my history because I had a hard time finding it. Let me go through to my fucking history here. We're going to go find something. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about this. Guys, you're seeing all my music. You see this? 1984 cigarette racing 24 Restro Mod performance boat walk tour through 2022 in the Miami Boat Show. So this is something they do annually. However, in the 80s, a lot of the people from the Cocaine Cowboy days would go there and use the boats as a front. They would sell things like flan or homemade candy. It don't fucking matter. That wasn't really what they were selling. It was the Cocaine Cowboy days. Now, there's literal pictures in my family of that boat show. There's pictures of my parents with the people next door who had a white owl, a monkey, tons of fucking money. I think they're doctors now or something. One retired as a doctor. But they definitely were fucking Colombian. And they weren't into good shit. So I believe it was 1985. My father had to come to Pittsburgh to tie up some loose ends. Right before he came to Pittsburgh, the people from Tennessee came to this house to visit us. Oh, they took all kinds of pictures with the neighbors, Felix and Maria, and statues that were given to them. Those pictures circulate all through my motherfucking family. Okay? Hey, Karen Renfro, you out there? Would you like to come tell them about how you visited this house when I was a kid? Why don't you tell them about the little wall on the side there, how you and our cousins picked up all kinds of lizards and drove them back to Pittsburgh and Tennessee? And I mean, we can go on and on because there is pictures in both of our families of this. Bitch, you know that as well as I fucking do. Now, in my opinion, I think my father brought the people from Tennessee up here to do deals. Well, down there, down south. Because these people sold a whole lot of fucking white powder. I used to see kilos. When you'd walk in this door right there, you see the garage. Then there's a little wall. Let me see if I could zoom in. Back here is the entrance to the garage. You can walk in through a door. If you come in this door, there was like a kitchen to the side with another room in the front. This was my bedroom. Behind my bedroom was a closet, a hallway, and another bedroom. If you walked straight through this door, past the little foyer, there would be a living room and a sunroom in the back. Karen, you've seen this house. Would you like to come fucking vouch for me? Because I'm about done with everybody's fucking bullshit. Let me scroll down. This was Felix and Maria's home. They liked to sell the boats. I think they may have even owned a few of the boats. There was a big red one in pictures, a cigarette boat. They raced them down in Miami every fucking year. Really, it used to be a front. They would use it to sell the kilos that these people and my father would pile up in my kitchen and weigh up on them little metal scales I was telling you about. Now, let's walk down. Let's take a walk down Carlisle. Oh, we passed it. I remember now. This house. You see this right here? There was a lady that lived here. This house used to be purple as fuck. You walk in this door right here. This lady had seashells out the wazoo. She would go to the beach and collect seashells, and we would go and paint them in her little shed, and then we would go swimming. Now, her house doesn't look all that amazing, right? But when you walk in, it's marble floors and walls and hot tubs and like the fucking rainforest in the motherfucker. Because what they would do down there is they would hide their activities and act like they didn't have the money that they had so that the police wouldn't catch them. But hold on. Let's go further. Because we're going to get the glass for it in a minute. Hold on. I went a little too far. This house, I think, used to have bars on the window. If you go up and look at the map, 8959 Carlisle Avenue, you'll see there's a swimming pool behind one of these two houses here. There was a monkey. Everybody had fucking monkeys. We were listening to the Michael Corleone Blanco stuff the other day, and he was telling you that about the cartel members that would collect things they didn't need, like monkeys and owls. Every house had a toy or a pet, an exotic pet. Pretty much that's how you knew who they were. You knew they had the money from the powder, right? Let's continue. There was an awful crime going down this way on this street. I played with the kids that were involved in that crime. Melissa and Greg, I believe, were their names. I don't remember the last name, but it happened right after I moved out of my home. Yeah. It's still being investigated, I believe. If you go the opposite way on that street, what you're going to find is a little boy named Juan, who I believe was Pablo's son. I played with him. He looks like him. They're welcome to come here and tell me it wasn't them. I know what my memories are. They're kind of unfucking forgettable. Right? Hold on. If you go straight, did I turn? I'm going down 90th. Sorry, hold on. I'm on my way to the beach. That's not where I wanted to go. If you continue to walk down, we're on Byron. Let me go down a block. This was one of my favorite streets to walk. See the development down there? Constant development. Constant. Me and Pablo's son, I believe it was Pablo's son. I'm not 100% sure. But if my memory serves me correct, they were in a safe house. And we used to lay on our bellies right here in this bay and catch crawfish on the side. This house right here, a couple kids lived in, or maybe it was the house next to it. We were the only kids in the neighborhood allowed to play in the yards. We were in the homes. Our parents were in the homes. Still people with connections. It's not a lie. Hold on. Now, I explained to you guys the other day about this hotel down here. We're going to talk about the motherfucking hotel again. Where am I? 88th. Can anybody tell me what these fences are? This would be where the Champlain Towers fell. There was a building inspector named Preto. I believe he's related to my stepmama. Next to those two buildings, well, that one building that fell, they're twin buildings. There's this building. This building is now a very fancy condominium. Too big. Shouldn't have been built there. It borders Surfside and North Miami Beach. Right on the cusp. Between the hotel and Champlain Towers is the end of Surfside. So Mr. Preto, the building inspector, got away, who I think is my family. We're going to find the fuck out. Not my family. My ultra mean stepmommy's family. Because her and my dad really didn't have this thing. She went to Puerto Rico. She came back married to another man. Oh, it's a long story. However, she had a baby. Like, behind my dad's back and shit. Like, no fucking shit. So, this building used to be the Holiday Inn. And then it turned into Deezerland. And then it was knocked down. And this building was built illegally, in my opinion. And these two buildings fell. But way back in the 80s, when it was the Holiday Inn, my father would sell coke out of it. Lots of it. I watched him do it. He had a friend named Bert. There was a pool in the back. I believe it was shaped like a guitar or a car. We swam in it because I didn't like the ocean. It made me itchy. So we would swim in there all day while my dad sat at the bar with Bert selling coke. Oh my fucking God. You can't fucking believe it with neighbors going to boat shows and fake fleeing companies to pass off what they were doing. Because that's how they did it back in that era. In the cocaine cowboy days. But I wouldn't know nothing about that. Now hold on. We're going to take another walk. Because we're going to come right back up here to Pennsylvania in a fucking minute. Let's take another walk. That's 2 blocks away from my home. I believe, is this my block? Oh, yes. This would be the block we walked down to get to the beach. You could see the fucking building from my block, right? If you go down Collins Avenue, oh, just to right here, you are in Bell Harbor. Anybody know about Bell Harbor? That's where Griselle Blanco had all of her businesses. I believe there was a point in time I met her in public in one of her businesses when my father went in and talked to her and went into a back room. Not a fucking lie. It's my life. But my husband will tell the police while I'm trying to report crime that my life is a lie and I never lived here. And he's trying to make my children believe that my life is not real. Oh, it's fucking real as fuck. So real that tonight we've been watching them interviews with Michael Blanco. He advertises for a Bill Bondsmith in California. I believe my dad and his brother Cheeky used to also run businesses together because I remember Cheeky's face. There was a time my father was arrested. We were taken out of the car. We had to go to a limousine service where the cabs and the limousines were kept. Somebody had to come get us, me and my sister. Now, after that, my father, to run this cab business and take prostitutes and run his little fucking coke, he started locking my sister and I into a closet. It started with hey, Angel. It started with he locked us in the back room in their bedroom. And then me and my sister took baby powder and spread it everywhere. We were little. I was in 3rd grade. My sister hadn't even started school yet. 2nd grade, 3rd grade. My teacher's name was Miss Armeo. My father thought we got into his coke. Yeah. He beat the fuck out of us. Then he started locking us in closets while he went and ran drugs. What a fucking lie. But people will tell you my life ain't real. Oh, I definitely did live there. You can go back and look at the property assessments and see who owns it. You're going to find Schutzius name. They just sold it this year or the year before. So look prior to the sale. After I started reporting on YouTube. Isn't that so fucking weird? A home that's been in somebody's family for like 60, 70 fucking years. You're going to decide to sell it now. Right? Is it because this little girl went missing in Tennessee and I came to YouTube, guy? Guy did come to my home after I posted this. Yes, this has everything to do with summer. Angel, everything I report on when it comes to my ties in Miami has to do with summer and up here in Pittsburgh. So open up and pay attention because we're going to go through it all tonight. Okay, we're going to do lots of fun on this fucking map. Okay? So, after my dad starts locking us into a closet, I believe my mom had an affair. I love you too. She slept with someone. My dad beat the fuck out of my mom. We had to come back to Pittsburgh. We moved in with my aunt Delilah Jenkins, Delilah Potter, Delilah, I'll marry anybody and lock my husband in a fucking basement and treat him like a dog. Yeah, that Delilah. So if y'all are out here fucking listening, here I am. She kicked us out. We had to move. I think it was like 3 months. We lived in an abandoned house on the corner with no water, no electric, no gas, no food, no money, no nothing. But my dad was down in Miami continuing his trafficking business. He ain't give a fuck about us no more. A year later, let's go back to the motherfucking map. Oh, it's blocked out. I fucking wonder why, Nancy Webb. How you doing, bitch? It wasn't blocked out like a year ago. Did you do this so I couldn't show it? Let's see if we can go back. Look at a different date. Because ain't that funny? The only house on the street that is blocked is the one I'm about to fucking report on. Right? Wow. That's fucking amazing. But how about before we even go on the street, let's go up this street. Hold on. Damn it. It won't let me. After our being homeless for 3 months, my grandmother so nicely got us a house that looks like it's been fucking knocked down. Right here. Or maybe this is it, and it don't have the porch no more. Iowa Avenue in Glassport. We had lived in a house up here. These people by the name of Winzak, who was friends with my grandparents, gave us the fucking house to live in. My dad comes back from Miami, and he moves us to the only motherfucking blocked house in Glassport on the fucking map. Ain't that fucking crazy? Somebody want to tell me why my house is fucking blocked out? That's fucking nuts. I'd really like to know. The address is 336 Euclid Avenue. If you look across the street, right here at this house, there was a family that lived there that my family was very close to. Will not dox people. They're assholes. One of them became my sister's best friend, and one became very jealous of the spoiled little blonde girl that moved in across the street, and she hated my fucking guts. She caused me hell for life in Glassport. Hi, Tony Leschnock. I will say your name, cunt, because I think you're out here talking shit on me. So, their family would be connected to the We Can Bring You Hope people. And my friend Chester. My parents were also very good friends with them. Another family moved in after they moved out with the last name Malseed. That's who I thought Prayer Garden was. Remember when I was putting the name Malseed? I no longer think Prayer Garden is that person. I think she's a woman named with the last name of Gladakowski. I think she is the mother of a cunt. So, we're going to skip a little bit here. We're going to take a walk through my hometown to a bar, a couple bars. But we're going to do my favorite bar last. We are going to walk down to 7th. This is Fuzzy's. This is a store. They have the best hoagies. You guys call them subs. Us up here in Pittsburgh call them hoagies. This right here across the street from the store was where my grandmother lived. Her name was Betty Hawkingberry. Now, real quick, before we go further, let me go to my channel, to my page, to my posts. That's my grandma. That's her. She was remarried by that time. She wasn't married to this man no more. She was married to a man named George Burgett, or Burgetts, something like that. Burgett. Okay. So, hold on. I forget what I was going to show you. Why am I coming here? This is my grandmother who lived in that house, in that apartment. Let's just go back here because I forget what I was going to show you. We're going to turn around. That's my buddy Mitchell's house back there. My friend Amy lived here. Okay, we're going to go right down 7th Street. Actually, no, we're not even going to start there. We're going to start way at the other end of Glassport. Not really at the other end, a few blocks. This building. Now see, hold on. This building right here. Not long, it's now a thrift shop, but not long after we moved to Glassport, my father comes back to that house that I just showed you. No, my father was in the Cocaine Cowboys. Angel on earth. He was not a good man. He wouldn't fight something like Vietnam. My father was a pig. He was my abuser, my mother's abuser, my sister's abuser, my aunt's abuser, my cousin's abusers, my family's abusers, my grandparents' abusers. He wasn't right. That's probably why I'm not right. I can admit that, right? But if you look at this building right here, back in the day in the 80s, there was a man my father was friends with. His name was Paul. He bought this building. Now, my father only lived in Glassport with us for maybe a month or two, and then he beat the fuck out of my mom. He broke our window, threw our brand new aquarium through it, all our beautiful furniture that he bought us in the house that he bought us that we moved to. But around that same time, this building opens up into a boat shop. That boat shop is called Fantasy Boats. What a fucking name. Now, you see, I gave you the connection to Miami, how they would use boats to traffic. Funny fucking thing, huh? However, the guy, Paul, that owned the shop, all my friends were older than me, at least the female friends. I grew up with all dudes. My best friends were guys. Let me go show you my best friends. This is who I hung out with. Hold on. This is my friend Rager. This is my friend Adam in the middle. And my friend Frank. He's in white. We were bad. This group of 3 people plus one other girl, when we were like 12, 13 years old, we fucking robbed our first store. Do you want to see that store? I could show it to you. I was a lookout. My friend Carrie was a lookout. And these 3 people with one other dude who's being a bitch right now over 3-6 Mafia Ziggy. Come on, Dana. Come out here, cunt. I'm done with the shit. Rager's her cousin. Right now, he's being poisoned because I'm on YouTube. Somebody handed him a pew-pew. I know all about it. Rager's not right. He's been fucked up by the police in that town. It started when we were like 8, 9 years old. They would arrest him every time he walked out the fucking door. Rager told me some secrets about judges and my ex-husband and things that I've kept private and personal, and I'm going to continue to do that. However, it ties into Summer's case, in my opinion. Okay, so this is the fire station. We used to go there for carnivals. There used to be a bar right here named Johnny K's, where Rite Aid is. My mom used to work there. They used to deal out of there too. Okay, we are going to walk back down the 7th Street. You see this motherfucking bar right here? It's called Chuggers. Oh, hold on. I'm not showing you. A man named Greg Sikowski owns this bar. He's like 20 years my senior. He's married to somebody my age, and he used to gather all the girls. I have a friend named Barb. We'll call her Sean. I'm not going to give you her real name because you'll be easy to find her if I do. I have a friend named Sean. I have a friend named Bobby Joe. I have a friend named Cheryl. And my friend Lisa, who's missing. Sig would hit on these girls, give them money, and give them the powder at teenage days. Okay? There's another girl named Gretchen who became Sig's friend. He helped them. She helped them. Hi, Sig Supper Tragedy Pimps Exposed, since that's who I'm thinking you are these days. Fuck you, bitches. Get up here and show me your motherfucking faces. But anyways, let's go back to the boat shop. Sig and the guy my dad helped get boats, and Sig has had a couple busts in his bar for the pure powder, would take my friends and get them high and pay them and traffic them. They would put my friends on the boats, drive them down to Pittsburgh, only like 5-10 minutes on a boat, underage, take them to bars to drink. I believe my friend Lisa is gone because she knows the secrets. She was involved in it. I want my friend found. It's not a fucking joke. So, how does it connect to Tennessee? Well, Gretchen, the girl I spoke about, was fucking my cousin Sean, who has family in Tennessee. Hi, Aunt Rosemary. Karen Renfro, would you like to join panel, please? I have no problem throwing a motherfucking link. Now, Gretchen, in her teenage years, started a call girl service. Pretty big here in the city. Everybody fucking knows about it. She sells prostitutes illegally. The whole world knows she thinks she's a madam. Gretchen jumped me when I was a kid. I was winning. Then she beat me in the face with a fucking shoe. Yeah. So I lost because she got me in my eye and it was black and I couldn't fucking see. I'm a fighter and I'll scrap till I win. Even if I'm losing, I'll get back up till my last breath. As you guys see, while I'm out here covering it right now. Right? Come fucking get me, bitches. So, it is my belief my father brought the coca up the Glassport and brought the ties with the boat shops. Gretchen's fucking my cousin Sean. Gretchen beats me up. Sean makes Gretchen come to Glassport and almost pretty much kiss my hand in my ass and apologize to me. I think I was like 13, 14. And then told her if she ever fucked with me again, she'd get her ass beat. Then I married a black guy. My cousin's in the KKK. Direct ties to Ben Hill Road, Light Hauler Road. They're all his cousins too. You getting the picture yet? Is this making fucking sense to anybody yet? Because I'm out here doxing my whole motherfucking life with no fucks given. There's lots of mob ties in Glassport. One of them has my sister's kids after my sister's kids were molested, I believe for me being on YouTube. They were put on a dark web. Yes, my sister and her boyfriend did it. But there was Bob, the dickhead fucking eggplant bitch motherfucker, as you see in my fucking name. Because I would love for Bob or Gretchen or whoever to grab a motherfucking link. Because y'all gonna learn I don't play and I am Morty's kid and I'm the originator of the shit that came up here to Pittsburgh. My family is. That means we have closer ties with these people than you do, bitch. Unless you're related to them. Today I reached out. I've been showing you all the Michael Corleone shit. Blanco. Let me make sure I get the name right. Because he was the gangster. Oh, who is this? Angel. Hold on 1 minute, Angel. Let me finish my thought. Okay? Gretchen, a call girl, goes all over the United States. The whole fucking city knows who the fuck she is. She sells prostitutes. She's made a really good fucking living off of it. And for some reason, the Pittsburgh police keep letting her fucking do it. Yeah, it's crazy. Lots of missing people here in Pittsburgh. Gretchen, I'm going to tell you what, hooker. I ain't the fucking one, you fucking slut. I promise you I'm not. Today, we've been watching that Michael Corleone shit, and I just showed you how close in proximity I was to his mother's people during childhood. I just told you how the coca got up the fucking Glassport and how the boat shops came in and how they were trafficking my friends. That was 30 fucking years ago. Imagine how big without busts that could have gotten without anybody knowing. Hidden money that maybe my father stole from somebody. Because we're going to get into some other shit in a minute here. There's a woman named Margie my dad dated that ended up dead. And I don't know her last name, but I do know my father was terrified of her family. And I do know they accused my father of killing the lady. I believe he did. As I met her the last time I was in Miami with my father, and she came to my house and told me some things. My stepmother was also locked in a closet. Jennifer's sister, Patricia, the Pritos, I just showed you the fucking hotel. Yeah, my dad tried to kill my stepmother. So it's a normal thing for him. It started when I was really young, locking people in closets. Only with Margie, I believe the closet was set on fire and she died. I do believe my father did it. So if anybody out there wants to fucking talk to me, hey, yo, I'm here. We can get to the fucking bottom of it. Now, that would be how I connect to Tennessee and how my shit little town and drug trafficking and human trafficking could be connected. But we're going to go a little further. I was just telling you all about the dirty judges, right? Ooh, how long ago was it? My daughter was in 8th grade. My nephew was in 6th grade. My other nephew was I don't know. Somewhere between middle school ages. My daughter's 20 now. I had custody of my nephews because of my piece of shit brother-in-law who claims he makes 6 figures a year and works for the fucking military, who was then making 8 figures a year, wouldn't send us money for his children, and he kept feeding my sister money and drugs. He helped to get my sister addicted. Now, when he joined the military, his little buddy Snoop helped to open a strip club in Killeen, Texas. I'm pretty sure Gretchen's traveling from strip club to strip club to strip club to strip club and working with fucking Karen Elliott in AmeriCorps. There's a dude named Chris Trod. Connects to all these people up here in Pittsburgh. I was on his Facebook one day and I happened to notice under his pins, you know how you do check-ins? He was in Kingsport on a day Layla Santinella went missing. Wouldn't fucking believe it. Yeah, I turned that shit in. That's why I've been out here going crazy for 2 years. I don't know if people want to fucking believe me or not, nor do I really give a fuck. I know what my life is. Sorry, Angel, just give me a minute here. I want to get through this. I know what my life is. I know who I connect to. I know who the people are. I know how I can connect more people to this, but I'm not going to do that because there's lots of people in this little shit town that I grew up in that I actually love, and they're all ignoring me right now. Nobody's getting on YouTube to fight me about it. I would love for any single fucking one of you bitch ass motherfuckers to get up here and grab a link, because everybody knows I'm doing this. It's been on my Facebook. It's been in my community posts for almost a year now. I've been fucking screaming to the world, what the fuck are y'all doing? Because I busted it. You catching the hint? Ain't no motherfucker from that shit town gonna step to me unless they come unalive me. And I'm right here. And I do believe people were breaking into my house. I do believe some funny shit has been going on in my home and with my family caused from these people. Let's get to the dirty judge. My husband's job. There's this girl named Brittany. Let me think of the last name a minute. Deanna, Brittany, whatever. I've shared it. My sister went missing My brother-in-law didn't give a fuck. He was living there. He wasn't in the military. He was going back and forth, trying to get contacts to get a new contract job with the military, where he trained people from overseas how to fucking bomb us. Yeah, he was training their troops, not ours. However, dude, you can't make this shit up. There's a judge in Pittsburgh. His name is O'Toole Sr. He has a son named Brian O'Toole Jr. When my sister went missing, a friend of mine who works for him at the time, because now he's dead, told me how to find my sister in Canton, Ohio, and I found her exactly where he told me she would be, the exact house, pinpointed it with a man named Brian Ketterman, running business out of fucking McKees Rocks, probably with Gretchen, to traffic humans up to Ohio. Canton, Ohio, to be exact. And if I remember, I think it was 4th Street, 4th Avenue or something. Now I get there and I find my sister in this house, and there's a pimp outside that won't allow me to talk to her. Now, somebody from Pittsburgh gave me information with the names Ketterman, and possibly a Gretchen connected to it. And I find my sister exactly where the fuck they tell me to go. Fucking funny shit, right? He also tells me the judge's son is human trafficking. I have messages, but I can't get to them because my Facebooks were taken. In my opinion, I think the police took them. Could be because I was on there bullying people, because I definitely was, because I ain't nobody's fucking bitch. And I am Marty's daughter. And if my father was funding some crazy ass fucking shit, I'm going to call it out, because that shit now belongs to me. Are you getting it? When I said Ziggy was laundering money, it's because she lived at one point in close proximity to my father. Exactly 1 block the fuck away, next to condominiums the guy Schutzius owns. Her dad's running the building next to them. My stepmama's sister has a psychic shop right around the motherfucking corner. Ziggy, where did you learn your psychic shit? No, you can talk to me in a minute, Angel, but I want to get out what I'm saying. I don't want to be disrupted. That's all. I'm explaining my ties in depth, is what I'm doing, so that people can motherfucking understand what the fuck it is I've been out here saying while you all are saying I'm crazy. Maybe I am, because y'all made me crazy. Telling me my life ain't real. I mean, there got to be 5 motherfucking lawsuits for some reason, right? Chicken on a stick and Linda Cutshaw. Family ties down to Tennessee. Hey, Linda, you related anyway to my cousins? Chicken? I know Chicken is, because she has family on Lighthauler Road, where she found something about a crime 30 years ago, which would match the timeline of all kinds of shit going on between here and Miami and Tennessee at the same motherfucking time. Like shootings on Dobbs property. Oh, yeah. I think it's time somebody gets to the fucking bottom of this. There's definitely We Can Bring You Hope mafia connections to this little motherfucking town, where they run cartel coke out of a fucking bar and the boat shop. And there's definitely human trafficking. I witnessed it with my own fucking eyes as a teenager with my friends who they destroyed. They're all messed up on drugs now. Very bad. Every single fucking one of them. But I was busy on the riverbank hanging out with the 3 dudes I just showed you. I didn't go to them parties. Underage girls getting into the boardwalk and different bars down here in fucking Pittsburgh. What was some of the names of them? Fucking damn. I can't even think. Just look up. Donzi's was one of them. They would take my friends from the boat to these bars, underage, 15, 16 years old, and sell them for sex and then feed them drugs. Hi, Gretchen. I'm fucking done with all of your shit. And if 6 Up or Tragedy Pimps Expose ends up being Gretchen, that would give you a direct connection to Karen Elliott, who worked at the AmeriCorps the day Layla Santinello went missing, while she's on 6 Up channels saying there's clothes falling out of a fucking ceiling that might be Layla's. You see, that's how I put the connections together. The shit is real as fuck. And I really did live in that house, and I just doxed my whole family, and I've been doxing them for days on my fucking wall so that you people can go fucking look them up with the addresses and find it for yourself. But for some reason, some people are really fucking dumb. They would rather come on here and fucking attack me than get answers for this little girl who's missing with many other people like a Jay Ketter and Elisa Kavak Elder. Quit giving Rager pew-pews. Quit feeding him drugs. Back to the, I reached out way west. I actually reached out to Michael Corleone Blanco today to see if I can get confirmation of the things I'm thinking. I called the Bill Bondsmith number that he always fucking gets on there and says, hey, if you need a Bill Bondsmith in California, call me. You see, my father would have moved around at the same time they did to the same fucking areas, have the same fucking area addresses. You know, I have a brother out there I never fucking met. I don't even know his name. He was kept for me. My father told me about him. I'm real curious to find out who this man is. All right. Angel, if you want to come up, I'm pretty much done. I think that explains a whole lot of shit, and I doxed a whole lot of criminals, so I'm not worried about them setting lawsuits on me because they're going to go to prison if they do. They have to out themselves and deny it in front of a judge, well, unless we get Judge O'Toole. And if that's the case, I'll make sure I get a fucking attorney and that our judge is moved. And it's nobody connected to fucking Brian O'Toole. The games are done. There's 100% human trafficking being done between these states. There's 100% ties through me to all kinds of criminal organizations like the KKK, the mafia, and the cartels. It's not a lie. Those people are my family and friends. I grew up all around them. I can pinpoint names. You can go look. Just go to Glassport, PA and find anybody on Facebook and search their friends. The same way you did Summers Community, I promise you, you're going to find the same fucking ties. You're going to find the same shit you find down in Rogersville. I don't know why nobody has done it yet, or have they, since Benny has shut the whole fuck up. Crystal, get some help. Why don't you come grab a link and show your face? Because I don't think anybody in this community ever heard of a Sally Mae. Before you tell somebody to go get some help, why don't you go do some fucking research? Here's the link. You're so hard. Grab it. The police were here tonight. Oh, yeah, because my husband and I are fighting over this shit. Because he's home playing head games with me, acting like he don't know how to put a fucking cookie in a bag or plug something in or ask a neighbor if we could borrow a saw. It's a problem for him. He makes everyday life extremely difficult, just simple tasks. He was fucking that girl Brittany at work who connects because her sister was being trafficked by the Brian O'Toole, whose worker Chris Pallone gave me the information to find my sister in Canton, Ohio, where I found her exactly where they told me I would find her. That might be Bob. He's going by Sally Mae. I always knew you were gay. Damn, why don't you just tell us, Bob? Come on, come show your ugly eggplant head. Let's bring your kid pictures up here. Because you're on there calling me fat, but you should tell them how you were a tubbleard before you went to the fucking army and how they denied you like 3 or 4 times because you were too fat. Or let's tell them how your dad pissed on my brother, possibly did other things to my brother. Come on, Bob. Ain't nobody fucking dumb. I know who you are, Sally Mae. The whole fucking Summer Wells community can tell when there's a troll in here. You don't troll very well, honey. And I ain't never been scared of you. You're scared. That's why you're trolling. Just like Benny did and Tiffany did and Prime Suspect did. Right, Bob? Why don't you show the fucking messages between you, my husband, my sister, my mother, Stacy, and Cregan? Let's go tell them where Cregan gets his fucking supply. You ready? I'm done fucking around. And I am going to collect what's mine. Because I do know my family and I know my family ties. And I did reach out. Let's pray they call back. Because if they don't, I'm going to reach out to others. Until somebody can get on here and tell you where I'm from and they know my dad. We grew up poor because my dad was a piece of shit. My mom was an alcoholic. She was also very abusive to me. Anyway, you've seen it in text messages that Sally Mae the faggot Bob put out. Sorry for my French. Sally the camel has 5 humps. Bumps. Bob, should the army fucking test you? Hey, you know Penny? Really curious. You know Letitia? I didn't think you were going to grab a link, bitch. Now, if anybody wants to come up here, open panel. If not, we're going to go back to the Corleones and cover where I the fuck grew up at. Since nobody wants to fucking believe me, and I just literally gave you the addresses so you can go dox me. Go look my family up. This shit is driving me fucking nuts. It's crazy that I can't get people to believe me and that my own family, like Sally Mae the Bob, the fucking bitch, the troll, will come out here and say, that ain't real, because you know why? They're trying to cover their ass. I have text messages with my sister that proves it is real. Give me 1 minute. I'll be right back. Deanna Zacharias is Brittany, who was at my husband's job catfishing him. Deanna Zacharias. Hold on. Is Brittany, who was at my husband's job. Yeah, Deanna was being hookered by Brian O'Toole. That's how I found my sister. Chris Malone told me. I went right to the place they used to take her with a Brian Ketterman. Hi, honey. How you been? I think it's been like, what, 30 years? Hope you're doing well. You might be going to prison, you bitch. Let me find out you had anything to do with my sister's kids, and I promise you it ain't going to be prison you're worried about. You should know that. I think you already do. But anyways, let's go to Messenger. Hold on, my husband's Messenger, because my shit was took, because I guess I'm a big bully. Y'all ain't seen a fucking bully yet. Boopy-doo-doo-doo. Are you sure you're sober? Oh, wait, that was me asking her if she's sober. Because Bob fed my sister drugs for many years, made her work at the strip club and clean. Oh, yeah. Who helped you with that, Bob? Gretchen? Okay, this is me writing my sister. I'm just going to show you a little bit. We're not going to go through this because my sister has a very sad life. Thanks to her piece of shit 6-figure husband who can go to Vegas every day and then brag about it while he's fucking stalking me. And every post I make on YouTube, right? He's so busy. Go fucking gamble, dude. Thought that's what you were doing. Oh, here we go. These are screenshots. See, we have a Kylie telling me she's pregnant to my husband at the time. And then we have a Bob Ward threatening my fucking husband. And my husband trying to take me off of YouTube for my bitch ass ex-brother-in-law, Bob, who would be friends with Gretchen and a Lenny Vargo. And a tragedy pimps exposed. Who doesn't want me to make her show her face? I think the whole Summer Wells community should make 6 Up and Tragedy Pimps Exposed show their face since they were so fucking worried about it. But yeah, there's that. Hold on. Oh, here's my threat. April 25th of 2023. Big B is on your roof. Who is this? This is Larry Johnson. Join backup. Brian O'Toole. Threats to my house. Y'all remember when Jody Sue got on my panel in her vest with her fucking walkie-talkie saying green light like a weirdo? Yeah. I think Jody knew something and she protected me. And then they were telling my husband, we're making new round table, 210 apartment behind Target. Take old school clicks or any crew. You're going to need somebody for backup, homie. This tells me my husband's working with these people. I'm not even going to lie to you. I've been beating his ass all over this fucking house. I'm that crazy. I will fuck him up today, tomorrow, and any day. Because my father was so abusive that I'm never going to let a man fuck with me. So he can leave. Because I will punch a motherfucker in the face with no fucks given. Especially if I'm in fear for my life and I'm getting threats that somebody's on my roof trying to pew-pew me. Because I'm on YouTube. You see, there was other messages from other people telling my husband to get me off YouTube. Here's bruises my husband left all over my body. Well, he refused to put cameras up in my home to protect me because I'm scared. I want the police to see this shit. I want to get to the bottom of it because I truly believe summer is at the end of it. Hold on. That was me sending my sister shit. I write her more than she writes me. So give me a minute. Oh, remember when I said that girl was Krista Barker? And I put that out? I was sending my sisters pictures of Krista. And my sister agreed with me that that's Krista. Actually, I didn't even say a name. And she was like, I hate that bitch. I don't. I loved Petey. Me and Krista had fucking problems as teenagers. But she married a brother. Because that's what people do when they love each other. Even if they're not blood, they're your brother. When you give somebody loyalty, you get loyalty. Then people were loyal to me. So, Petey, I miss you, homie. Every day. Let me find at least one here. Actually, let's just... it's late. What time is it in Iowa? Want to call my sister? How about this? Dude, nothing except I can't stand Bob. And no, I don't even know him for real. This is after I send my sister. He didn't that to me with mom. What the fuck? What's up with daddy's land? Crystal, we need to figure it out and sell it. Well, we can't because my sister Jennifer in Miami stole my shit. And she, in my opinion, is laundering it with Ziggy the hooker, who must have learned from Gretchen since she thinks her fat ass can get in some fucking messages with a rap and send herself like, oh, I'm a prostitute. Come buy me. Fucking cunt. I don't think you people fucking understand Ziggy's a fraud as fuck. Yeah. Okay. But I think that's it. Would you still like to come up live, Angel? I just wanted to make sure people clearly understand where I'm going with my ties and why I've been out here acting like a fucking lunatic. I truly believe my father may have ordered a hit on Dawn or Fred or somebody that made Summer go missing. Yes, I truly believe it's my family. I've been screaming it for what, a year now? Don't nobody want to fucking listen? I hope this is good enough explanation for you, because I pretty much all put the fucking dotted lines together for you, since nobody can go do their own motherfucking research. Okay? I gave you all the addresses. I gave you all the names. Please go look them up. Oh, wait. Before I go, there's one more I want to give you. My grandma, that's where we were getting to. I showed you her apartment. Her best friend was a man named Peppy. He was very big in our council. These are two stores. This used to be a store that I hung out at a couple blocks. Hold on. Down that way, like down by the red light. The store was moved here, I think, I'm going to speculate, because the people who work there, the stepdad, did some crazy shit with the people that work at this store years ago. Peppy died in my husband's arms. But during that time, there was a building right here where this girl named Trudy lived. She used to fuck my husband, and she also sucked Sean DeVerse, the cop's dick, every night. Nightly. With a man named Fuzzy, who would be the stepdad of a woman who works at this store now. That woman is a Gowker and a Bodzer. Now, they have, I believe them to be laundering money out of the store at this moment based on things I know about the people I'm naming. However, we're going to go up to 4th Street. This is 5th. Oh, my grandmother ran this bar. This is one of many. She had like 3 of them. That's the American Legion. Now, Ernie, where are you, honey? I would love to talk to you. Peppy lived in a house back here in the alley. There used to be a house here. I don't know where it went. These steps will lead up to the house on 336 Euclid that you can't see, that they blocked out. The only house in Glassport. Fucking odd as fuck, ain't it? Okay. Peppy was the councilman. But in this house right here lived a family named the Gowkers. I believe they had something to do with the whole Chuggers thing and with the Unimart thing that prompted the store to be opened up across the street. Sherry, I know we have our problems. I love you. And I know Fuzzy was your stepdad and you're a Bodzer. So we're going to do this. I don't mean to do this to hurt a damn person. But it's time for shit to go out. These people, in my opinion, are related to Ernie Shell. The people who used to live in a house that was at the top of these steps. Look up Neil Gowker. His brother Mark was blown up in Iraq in a Desert Storm. It was a big thing. They talked about it here on the news. He survived. But Neil was in the wrestling syndicate. Just like Ernie, probably the same one. He used to put his ski-bees on Facebook, and I'd laugh like a motherfucker. And he's married to my friend Kristen, who he abuses all the fucking time. I'm tired of the shit. There are real connections. If you can't understand what the fuck I'm laying out right now, I don't know what to tell you. But I just doxed my whole life and all kinds of people I love. I want to put this city on the motherfucking map. Please help me. I think Glassport deserves it. I think Sean DeVerse, the fucking crooked ass fucking sheriff over there, deserves it. More than anybody on this earth. There's another bar I didn't show you. It's called Club 20 something. I don't fucking know the name of it, but I believe that bar was stolen. It used to be a bar called Annie Oakley's, where the Bods are part of this family, and the Coddingtons used to own it. And then Fuzzy did some crazy shit, and there was some fucking family fights, and some shit happened, and now the cops own the fucking bar. Yeah. They bring young girls in there and let the girls suck their dicks. Yeah. Small town shit, huh? Good old boys. You're all fucked. And now it's on YouTube. If anything happens to me, everybody can see it and have something to come back to. Okay? Hi, Ern. Want to grab a link, bitch? All right. I guess Angel don't want to come up. I hope you all got the idea. Peace and love. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to go over some more Michael Corleone shit because I think you should get a feel of Miami around the time that I lived there. And how the Coca mighty came up to a glass porta to a Rogers Villa. Peace and love. Good night.